Hey team, how are you doing? This is Melissa Shaver, Emerald Ambassador, and I am just coming to you. I've spoken to so many of you in the last several weeks in regards to customer care, how to kind of launch your customers and your wholesale ambassadors to make sure that they're really doing great on their products. And so I wanted to share a little bit with you in regards to this, and I'm hoping that it helps everyone as you begin to really care for your customers, get them started off strong, get them started off well, help to troubleshoot with them, and just really, help them thrive with their Plexus product. So just let's talk for a few minutes in regards to that. And I'm always saying, whenever you bring someone on, so you're answering questions for them, you're sharing a little bit about the different products. I do this a couple of different ways. I will either share in a very short kind of cliff note version of what each product is, especially the products that I feel like would benefit them. As you know, I often always start with the triplex combo because that really does get to the root of so many health issues. So that's really kind of my go-to, but I definitely listen to my prospects to hear what their health goals are, to hear what their concerns are, and then I go from there because we have some amazing products, our X Factor, our Mega X, our Nerve and Ease Cream, that whole pain management area. So depending on my customer or my wholesale ambassador, then I will go from there. But usually I begin with that core group of products, and then we go from there. So when they order, and I always send this after I know that they've ordered. Now, I will tell you, I often walk through the ordering process, whether they are a customer or an ambassador. I walk through that process with them over the phone, just so if they have any questions, if they have any concerns, we can troubleshoot that at that moment. And then I know without a doubt they got their order in. It also just takes away from frustration. So maybe the credit card has an issue, or they don't see that little piece at the bottom that you have to put in the different letters and numbers to make sure that it's not a fraudulent transaction. All those different pieces. I walk through that with them so that they are more comfortable. A lot of times we tell them what they need to order, but whenever they get ready to order, they're like, oh my goodness, was it the Mega X? Was it the X Factor? What was that probiotic called? I was just even speaking with someone earlier today, and they said, you have so many products. And I said, well, actually, we really don't. We've got 16 products. And so, but it's overwhelming whenever you get onto that site. So I love to be able to serve my customer, serve my ambassador by saying, hey, tell me what is a good time for you to order. Let me jump on the phone with you as you're ordering so I can answer any questions that you may have. And we go that route. So if I know that they've ordered and they've placed that order, then I send an email to them. If they go and order on their own, which of course I always give my website to all the people that I'm speaking with. If they're ready to start ordering, I give them my website address. And so if I get that email from Plexus saying, hey, you have a new customer, then of course I will send out the email at that time as well. And so what my email is it is a welcome letter saying, I'm so excited that you are part of Plexus now. Can't wait for you to get started on the different products. I tell them how to take the products, what's best for them in their use of taking it. I also send them an article, a really great article that I use from Kim Pollock, and it is her detox article. It's fantastic. I'll make sure that I put that in the file so that you'll have it. And then the third thing that I send them is a chart on how to start their products. Now, guys, whenever I have my customers and my ambassadors start their products for the very first time, I share with them my story so that they hear my story. You need to do the same so that they can hear your story. And I give them a suggestion on how to take the product. I start all of my people off really slow because of the detoxing and because of, just getting rid of and having die-off symptoms, which I educate them on prior to them starting the products. But because of that, so often what I've seen is if they start all three products all at the exact same time, it kind of, if they were a person that's going to have die-off severely, that kind of freaks them out, even if I've educated them. So what I've learned over time is that I share with them that I'd love for them to start slowly, and I send them a chart of how to get started. I always start my people with the Slim for about 3 days, and then I add one BioCleanse. Then I add the probiotic, and then I start adding back in the BioCleanse of increasing the BioCleanse and the probiotic. Now, if you have someone that has digestive issues or anything like that, you can start that probiotic prior to the BioCleanse. So you need to just think through, listen to your customer, hear where their heart is, what's going on with their health, to know which one to start first. But the importance of this is if for any reason, if they have an allergic reaction or they, have hives or they get this rash or these different things, if you start them off one product at a time, you really can start kind of eliminating as to what's going on and why they're having whatever it is. So you're able to troubleshoot with them way better if you start one product for 3 days and then add a second product and then add that third product. It allows you to manage through if you have to troubleshoot for anything. If they start all three at the same time and all of these crazy things happen, you're not sure if it's the stevia that's in the Slim, or is it the probiotic, or is that BioCleanse too much for them at the beginning? So I break it down for them. Then if they choose to start all three at the same time, that is their choice. They can do that. But at least I've educated them up front, and I've given them my suggestion as to how I want them to start and why I want them to start that way. So those are the things that I send in the beginning. And I send that the day that they actually order. And then I set it in my calendar to come back and talk to them 5 days later. So I give shipping about 5 days. And I go into my back office. If you'll look in your customer reports in your back office, I go back there to see if they have a tracking number and if it was delivered. If you click on that, it will show you if it's going to be delivered that day or where it is in the routes and all of that. So on that 5th day, I usually shoot them a text or a Facebook message or an email, whatever is best for them. I always ask them up front, hey, what's the best way for me to communicate with you? And whatever that is, that's the way that I communicate with them. And so I will send to them real quick, did you get your order today? Or it looks like your order's coming today, so be looking for the postman, whatever it is. And then I say, a lot of times I'll say, yes, I got it. So what do I do? Guys, even though you just told them 5 days before what's the best thing to do, I repeat it at that time, say, okay, let's get you started tomorrow morning. And remember, this is what I want you to do. I want you to start with the Slim first, and I kind of repeat to them exactly how I want them to get started. Now, I have already shared with them, hey, look, I'm going to stay pretty close to you, and I'm going to come alongside. I really want to walk through this journey with you, especially in the beginning, just in case you have any questions or concerns, or we need to troubleshoot in any way. Is that okay with you? So I always ask them up front if it's okay, but I also give them an expectation. You're going to hear from me a lot in this first month, maybe the first 2 months, depending on how you're doing, and so that I can help you, because I want you to thrive on these products. And so I send them, and after they get it, and I tell them, hey, let's get you started tomorrow. Then 3 days out, which is they've done their Slim for 3 days at that point. On that 3-day mark, I check on them. How's it going? How are you feeling? I had someone literally just today that I spoke to. She's been on the product for 2 days, just the Slim. And today we just happened to run into each other. Usually I would check on her on day 3. But on day 2, she said, Melissa, I don't know if this is normal or not, but I have this energy. And usually I get really tired about mid-afternoon, and I haven't gotten tired. Great news, right? So on that 3rd day, you're going to want to say, how are you feeling? What's going on? I will tell you, some people, whenever they get started with the Slim, some people immediately feel good, and they feel like that they have that extra energy, and they don't know where that comes from. You might have other people that get sluggish. They get a little bit tired. I know for me, I got tired in the beginning, and it made me really sleepy, but that was because my sugars were all out of whack Once I got those leveled, once I got them even, everything changed for me as far as energy goes. But it took me some time. So know that. Know that if you hear from someone and they go, like, I don't have energy at all. In fact, it's making me sleepy. Don't be fearful of that. Tell them, hey, we're re-educating your body. And so give it some time. Make sure you're drinking all of your water. Make sure that you're getting that in. Are you eating some proteins? Give them all that great information up front. Troubleshoot with them as they go. So you talk to them on that third day, and then you come back in 1 week. So you go 4 days out from when they started. That's day 7. You're going to check them on a day 7. How's everything going? By day 7, they're on the Slim, the Bio Cleanser, and they're getting ready to start the ProBio 5. And so you're going to get them started on that. Remind them to take it at night. Can't wait for them to get started with that one. So thankful that they're doing so great. And then I check with them 7 days out. So that's your second week of them being on the products. If they're doing fantastic, you can wait 2 weeks, which is 1 month on the products, and you can check on them at that point. Hey, if you still need to troubleshoot, you still need to work through some things, then make sure that you're checking on them every couple of days or once a week for that first month or those first 2 months. But if they're tracking pretty good and everything's going great, I get to the place where I'm just checking on them once a month. So I'm going to say for the first 2 months, I check on them. In the beginning, I check on them 3 days, 7 days, 1 week, 2 weeks. That second month, depending on how they're doing, I might check on them twice in that second month. By the third month, if they're tracking and we're doing good and we're moving forward, I'm going to check on them just once a month and that we're doing good whenever I'm doing that. So make sure, a couple of things that I do is when I do check on them, I do not want to overwhelm them with lots of information in the beginning. So many people don't read what we send. They don't have time. They think that they're going to go back to it later, and then they never do get to it. But a lot of times I send them little things every time because I want to add value to them. Not only am I asking them how they're doing, but I'm also wanting to continue to educate them and to share with them. So I might send them a 5-minute video about the ProBio and the ProBio 5 and the BioCleanse, or I might send them an article that I've read about why it's so important to drink water. But I'm always sending them a little bit of information that's educating them on their health. I'm sharing with them about the products and how it's going to benefit them. I say, man, I was listening to this and I thought about you. But I'm always sending them that value-added piece that goes with my follow-up. So many times I have ambassadors say, like, I don't even know how to follow up or what I'm going to send. You send things that are going to help them, better themselves. So great piece is to call them. Call them whenever you're following up, whenever you're checking in. Thank them for trying the products. Whenever you get to that 3-month mark, thank them for being on with you for 3 months. Don't be fearful of calling them and thanking them in that during those times. So what happens whenever you call them or you check on them and they say they want to stop their order? Guys, don't freak out over that. You know what? It's a great opportunity for you to learn from them as to why they're wanting to stop. But it's a perfect opportunity for you to hear from them because there's a huge possibility that they want to stop because they haven't been taking the products correctly or they haven't been consistent. So don't get upset. Don't freak out. Don't think, oh my goodness, every person I call wants to quit. That's just not right. That's not correct. It might feel that way in the beginning. But if you will ask them, if you will have the confidence because you know without a doubt that these products are great and that they work and that they can work if we take them correctly, if we give it time, they work synergistically together over time. So if you're confident enough to come back and say, hey, absolutely, I can definitely turn off your order for you. But can you share with me? Because I really, I am passionate about what I do. So it helps me out to learn what it is that you aren't enjoying about the products. So talk to me a little bit about what's going on. It could be, I'm not taking the products consistently. Okay, let's talk about that a little bit because it does take a little bit of time to make something into a habit. So would you allow me to help you? Can I send you a text every day? Can I shoot you an email? Can I just remind you? Can I tell you that maybe certain spots that are good places to put your product so that you will remember to take it? Maybe set an alarm on your phone every day or a reminder to be able to take those products. So work through that with you. Talk to them about troubleshooting. What was it about the products that they liked or didn't like? Maybe they were taking the BioCleanse and they were taking too many in the beginning, and so it made their tummy like really kind of crazy, and they work and they couldn't get to the bathroom in time. All those different pieces. Hey, let's pull back on those a little bit because it's a great product, but maybe you're taking too many. All of our bodies are a little bit different. We all adjust differently. So is there a possibility that we can pull back on that? And let's see how that does for you. So you can ask that kind of question. It might be a financial reason. So financially, maybe they can't do it. And what I would say to that is, I completely understand it's Christmas time, or it's, a hard time of the year, whatever it is, or maybe they've lost their job. Is it okay with you if I check back with you in 60 days and see how you're doing, see if there's a possibility that we can turn you back on? So you're asking those questions. Guys, you are a professional. You own your own business. You are responsible for that, and you are going to be a professional of caring for your people and learning for yourself why they do or they do not like the products, or if there's something that you can do for them to help them out. Maybe it's just you adjusting their order a little bit so that it fits their life better, it fits their needs better. Maybe that needed to be adjusted in some manner. So you never know unless you ask. So don't freak out whenever they ask if they can have it turned off. There's a huge possibility that they're either going to keep it on or that you can turn it on later, depending on what their need is. But you're not going to know unless you ask. So always know this is your business. You need to treat this as a business. You are passionate towards it. You believe in the products. You believe in the company. And you want to care enough for them that you can help them because you want them to see great results. You want them to thrive on these products. So make sure that you're going through that. Hey guys, always remember with your customers, with your ambassadors, do three-way calls with them. It's so great to educate them on the products, how to take the products. I love being able to bring in a third person into a conversation with my customers or my new ambassadors to be able to allow them to hear someone else's story of the products, how they took the products, how they felt with the products, and then maybe be able to answer questions or something like that. It's not just for wholesale ambassadors to be able to have those three-way calls. It's fantastic for customers to hear the culture that we have, the love and the support that we have for each other. It gets them excited about being able to use these products. So make sure that you're doing that. And then always add your wholesale customers, even if they are not business builders, they just want the products at wholesale. Add them to your team page, guys. You can tell them in the process. What I always do is I share with them, hey, I'm so excited that you're a wholesale ambassador. I'm going to let you know part of my process is that I have a private team page. It has all of my ambassadors on there, whether they're wholesale or business builders, but it gives you great information on our products and the things that are going on and the announcements from corporate. You can turn off the notifications so that you don't get notified every time that I post out there. But if there is a post about a great product video or something that you can learn about one of our products that maybe you don't know, I might tag you if you're okay with that. So I let them know up front what the team page is, that I'm going to add them to it, that that's just protocol of how I do my business. And then I put them out there. It's so fantastic. I've had so many wholesale ambassadors that have learned a great deal, but they love our culture and they know that they can go out and search and they can find and learn from there. So make sure that you're always doing that. And believe it or not, some of your wholesale ambassadors, whenever you get them on that team page and they see the camaraderie, the support, the culture that we have, they want to be a part of that. So you're missing huge opportunities if you're not adding them to that, okay? So make sure that you're always doing that. Hey guys, make sure that you send thank you cards to your customers, to your wholesale ambassadors, to your business builders. But thank them. You know, at that 6-month mark, thank them for being a customer. Thank them for loving your products, and let them know that you always want to help them in any way possible. But always send that out. Send it at their year anniversary of thanking them and the things that they're doing. Share new products with your customers, with your wholesale ambassadors. They're not going to know about the products unless you share with them. So be very intentional about sharing about new products or products that they're not currently on. So maybe once a month you have kind of a product spotlight that you do, and you share that with all of your customers. And if they're not on it, maybe it's something that they want to try. So that's a great way to add value to your customers and to your wholesale ambassadors. And then, you know, turn those great, wonderful, happy customers into ambassadors. And you do this whenever you feel like that you know without a doubt that they're always going to be ordering over $100 PV every single month. They don't need to be an ambassador if they're only doing ProBio 5 or only doing X Factor. They need to stay a preferred customer. But if you have a really happy customer and they're doing $100 or more, maybe it's multiple people from their family that are on it, you know, reach out to them and let them know that as a wholesale customer, as a wholesale ambassador, they can get their products at wholesale pricing, and that it's going to benefit them. So make sure that you're sharing that with those that are at least 100, never under 100, always over, that have multiple people that are also taking the products with them in their family, or turning those great customers into business builders coming alongside you, doing this opportunity with you. Do not fail to share those different things with those people, okay? So I hope that this helps you in some manner of customer care. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I would love to be able to help you in any way that I can. So reach out to me, ask me those questions, and let's get you going really, really well, feeling very confident about the process that you have in place for getting your customers and your wholesalers on their products launched well and thriving. Okay, I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and I will talk to you soon.